Florence Pugh, the Academy Award-nominated actress whose performances have captivated audiences around the world, has once again garnered attention for her refreshingly candid thoughts on the film industry and her own creative process. In a recent interview with Tom Power on CBC's Q Show, Florence shared some surprising and deeply personal insights into her latest film, We Live in Time. The film, which was released on January 1st, 2025, has already sparked conversation with its unconventional take on the romantic comedy genre, featuring Florence in the role of Almut Bruhl alongside Andrew Garfield as Tobias. However, it was not the film's plot or its critical reception that Florence focused on during her interview, but rather her personal journey through the making of the film and her thoughts on the final product. Florence has always been an actor who values authenticity both in her performances and in her approach to the industry. Known for her striking roles in films like Don't Worry, Darling, Midsommar, and Oppenheimer, Florence has built a reputation for her emotionally raw and powerful portrayals of complex characters. Yet, her recent comments on We Live in Time reveal a side of her that is often not seen in the glitzy world of Hollywood. Rather than discussing her excitement or anxiety about watching the completed film, Florence was open about her lack of interest in seeing the final product once the shoot had concluded. In the interview with Tom Power, Florence revealed that after wrapping up filming, she had no particular desire to see the film on the big screen. "It was an absolute pleasure making this movie, and actually, I didn't care to see it," she said matter-of-factly. This might be an unusual sentiment for some, as many actors eagerly anticipate seeing the final version of a project they've worked so hard on. But Florence's perspective was refreshingly honest and highlighted the depth of her approach to filmmaking. For her, the experience of creating the film and immersing herself in the character of Almut Bruhl was the most meaningful part of the project. Florence explained that when the filming had concluded, she felt completely content with the experience. "When we were done, I was so happy with the experience, I was so grateful, and I was so gorgeously in love with what we had made that I was like, I don't need to see the end result," she reflected. Her words emphasized the idea that for Florence, the journey of making a film, the collaboration with the cast and crew, the creative exploration, and the emotional connections formed along the way is what holds the most value. She didn't feel the need to watch the final cut of the film because the joy and satisfaction she felt from the process itself were enough to fulfill her. This perspective is in stark contrast to the typical expectations placed on actors in the entertainment industry. Hollywood often emphasizes the importance of the finished product, and there's a prevailing notion that the true success of a film can only be measured by how it performs once released. However, Florence's comments shed light on a different way of viewing the work she does. For her, the true success of a film doesn't solely rest on box office numbers or audience reception. Instead, it's about the creative journey, the emotional depth, and the satisfaction of giving everything to a role. The work, the experience, and the relationships formed during the process of making the film are what truly matter. Rudy Lith. Florence further explained that the experience of making We Live in Time was so enriching that it didn't matter whether or not she ever saw the film. She noted, "This was enough. This was the gift." Her words underscore the belief that the process itself is a form of gift-giving, not only to the audience, but to herself as an artist. The creative expression, the exploration of her character, and the sense of fulfillment she gained through her work were more than enough to satisfy her. Florence was able to find joy and meaning in the process itself, which is something that many actors and artists would be hard-pressed to articulate as clearly as she did. Despite her initial lack of interest in watching the finished film, Florence made sure to acknowledge that she now feels proud of the result. "As it happens, I'm now proud of the result," she said with a sense of gratitude. "I will forever be grateful for what this movie gave me." This statement reveals that while the process was enough to fulfill her creatively, Florence ultimately has a deep appreciation for the final product. Her gratitude for the film is not just about the outcome, but about what the experience allowed her to discover within herself. The journey, the lessons, and the growth she experienced throughout the making of the movie are things that Florence will carry with her for the rest of her career. We Live in Time tells the story of Almut, played by Florence, and Tobias, portrayed by Andrew Garfield. The film explores an unconventional love story that examines the twists of fate and how people are brought together in unexpected ways. While the film's plot and performances are likely to resonate with many viewers, Florence's thoughts on the experience of creating the film offer a unique and powerful perspective on what it means to be an actor in today's film industry. Her reflections emphasize the idea that filmmaking is not just about creating something for others to consume, but is also a deeply personal and transformative journey for the actors involved. Florence's remarks are a reminder that sometimes the most valuable aspect of any project is not the end product, but the emotional and personal growth that comes from being a part of it. In an industry where the emphasis is often placed on results, whether they are box office success, critical acclaim, or social media buzz, Florence's approach is a refreshing change. She is more concerned with how a project makes her feel, how it shapes her as an artist, and the connections she makes with those around her. For Florence, this kind of internal satisfaction is what truly matters. Her openness and vulnerability in this interview also highlight her authenticity, which has become one of her defining characteristics as an actor. In a world where many actors feel the need to present a curated, polished version of themselves to the public, Florence has consistently shown that she is unafraid to be genuine and true to herself. Her honesty in discussing her lack of desire to see We Live in Time is just another example of her willingness to speak her truth, no matter how unconventional or unexpected it may seem. This philosophy toward filmmaking is likely to continue shaping Florence's career as she moves forward. With several high-profile projects already in the works and a growing reputation as one of Hollywood's most talented and versatile actors, Florence is poised for even greater success. Yet as she continues to evolve in her career, it's clear that she will always place value on the artistic journey over the external rewards. We Live in Time might be another milestone in Florence Pugh's already impressive career, but her reflections on the process of making the film serve as a reminder of what truly matters in the world of filmmaking. It's not just about the applause or the accolades, but about the experiences, the lessons, and the growth that come with it. Florence's journey as an actor is about much more than the films she stars in. It's about the meaningful connections she forms and the personal transformation she undergoes along the way. For fans of Florence Pugh, We Live in Time is more than just a movie to watch. It's a testament to her commitment to her craft, her dedication to the creative process, and her deep appreciation for the gift of storytelling. As she continues to forge her path in the entertainment industry, Florence's authenticity, humility, and passion will undoubtedly inspire audiences for years to come. Whether or not she watches the finished products of her films, it is clear that for Florence Pugh, the true value of filmmaking lies in the journey itself. And that is something that fans and fellow artists alike can admire. Looking ahead, it is exciting to consider where Florence's career will take her next. With her focus on creating meaningful art and embracing the process rather than the outcome, there is no doubt that she will continue to challenge herself and take on roles that push the boundaries of what we expect from an actor. Florence Pugh is more than just a rising star. She is an artist who is determined to make her own path. And in doing so, she is changing the way we think about film and the creative process.